so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got him four abreast, often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show under the world of
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dover as we are, well, oh goodness gracious, that's not the way we want to start. Oh my goodness, look at the damn, everybody's going to have to use their backup cars here tonight here at Dover, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get everybody introduced over on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Those are in-car drivers. On the top, it's the Soul Stealer, driver of number 17. And that is Brian D's. Casey Campbell, kind of not sitting there. Then we got Cody Moore. Well, we talked about his tongue last week, Rick, and there it is.
Still there.
It's still there, buddy. Dalton Kilrow, he was taking a nap there for a minute. Ian Habiak got a hell of a smile on his face. And then we've got Jamie Walker, a Vikings fan, unbelievably. We got Kyle Wellman. We got Philip Van Vliet, and Rick, you heard something interesting about that. We'll get back to Philip here in just a moment. Rick Thompson, out of the RV, and Doc Butcher. Those are our in-car cameras tonight, getting ready to bring you all the action. Rick, let's go back to Philip Van Vliet. What did you hear about him?
Well, I heard tomorrow's kind of a special day for Mr. Van Vliet, turning 61 tomorrow. So a happy early birthday to you, Philip. Good luck tonight, and hopefully you have a great day.
There you go. And we are here at Dover, this 1 mile track, set to bring you all the action here tonight. Stages in play, just like every Sunday night. Stage 1 going to end at the end of lap 72. Stage 2 at the end of lap 144. 240 miles, the race distance here tonight. And we are getting into it. Of course, my name is Chris. With me, as always, my good friend, Rick Hammond Jr. Rick, how are you tonight?
I'm just here so I don't get fined, brother. I mean, I'm fine, man. I'm fine.
Oh, man. We were talking about that before we went live. And, anywho, we got some funny stuff in. But on to the more serious stuff here is this season really is starting to wind down here tonight.
It is. I mean, we only have this race and 2 more before the end of the regular season, Chris, and then we start in the playoffs. So, only a couple more chances for these drivers who aren't locked in yet, or in the top, 16 that I might be struggling a little bit. Next week's going to be fun. We're at Daytona, so anything there can happen. And then we're going to finish up the regular season in Darlington. So it's time to lock yourself in if you can.
Yeah, it really is. It's, points. Let's go over them. Top 16 in points right now. Of course, Matt Gruenberg with his 9 wins. He's the points leader coming into tonight. Then we've got last season's champion, Dalton Kilrow, with 4 wins. In second, Derek Paulson, 3 wins in third. Jamie Walker with 2 wins in fourth. Doc Butcher, he's got a win under his belt, running in the 5th spot. John Perkins, no wins, but ultra consistent here this season. Perkins running in the 6th spot. Brian D is the Soul Stealer. Again, no wins, but being very consistent. More so in the beginning of the season. It's time for him to kick it back in, but he's in 7th spot. Cody Moore, he's got 1 win, and he is in 8th on the season so far. Rick Thompson in 9th. Rick has 0 wins coming into the night. James Miller with a race win just last week over at the Glen. Big time points night for him, up 12 spots. Corey Sherman in 11th spot. No race wins, but definitely a solid showing this season out of Corey Sherman. Joshua Sexton sitting in 12th. Josh Klinger, Dave Seats, Matt Hackathorn, and Tanner Marr right now are your top 16. Just outside of it, it's Jordan McAvoy. He's in the 17th spot. Corey Rutherford, Ian Habiak, and Joshua Rutherford. That's your top 20 in points here coming into the season, or coming into this race. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see just what this race brings. Will it be a first-time winner? Will it be a repeat winner? We're going to see. We've had plenty of winners here this season, honestly.
Yeah, and then you got Matt Grunberger's taking away 9 of them from people. So, I mean, anything can happen, but now's the time. I mean, only a few races left, Chris. I mean, those drivers that you mentioned in that top 20 and all the way down through. You know, if Terry Foster wants to make the playoffs and not take over my spot here in the booth, he's going to have to win.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Tonight's race 24 of the 26 regular season races here for the Blazing Pedals. And again, we're getting ready to do it live right here from Dover. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Want to thank our sponsors here on a Sunday night. Of course, we got to thank TRJKarting.com. Got to thank Butt Kicker, and of course, MF Racing Designs. Michael Falk out there in chat, just having a pulsing moment. Yeah, absolutely. He does that from time to time. Top 3 quickest drivers here in practice: Jamie Walker, James Miller, and the gentleman on your screen right now, Corey Sherman. And with about, I don't know, 10, no, that's not true. Because what, about a minute 20, is that right, for qualifying? I believe it is.
Yeah, now a minute 15 before qualifying starts.
Yeah, so practice just about done. Kyle Wellman bringing out the new paint job. I saw that on the Discord. Bringing out the pink paint job, looking pretty good out there. And there is the series sponsor car driven by Ian Habiak, his father Tim, sponsoring the whole deal here for the Blazing Pedals. Tim does a fantastic job, does a lot for these guys here at Blazing Pedals. And certainly look forward to seeing the TRJKarting.com Ford Mustang on track for many years to come. All right, Rick, we were looking at cars before we went live, and I pinned my favorite paint jobs right there on the 33 of John Perkins. For some reason tonight, I don't know if it's the track, the way the light's hitting it, or whatever, but tonight, John Perkins, number 33, is going to go on my top paint list. What do you got?
I think you're just picking that because it's not the sod poodles, and you don't know what a sod poodle is, man. I mean, Perkins this is what we used to see. You know, honestly, Chris, there's so many nice paint jobs out here, I can't pick one.
Okay, well, my number 2 is going to be the 86, just to piss you off. Oh, hey, just like that. Practice is done, bud. Getting ready for qualifying.
I think the team owner needs to talk to Terry Foster and let him know that he can go back to his regular paint. I mean, that was a joke. It was supposed to be a one-off, and he loves it.
Well, you know, you just can't beat it sometimes, bud. What can I say? All right, let's see who's going to be the first gentleman out on track. Looks like it might be. Oh, we're going to go with Joshua Rutherford. Looks like there's a few drivers out there, but we'll go with Rutherford out there in the 55. Pretty quick here during practice. Let's see if it's able to translate over into qualifying. Terry loves taffy.
He does. He does.
He loves it so much he couldn't even be bothered to fire up his in-car camera tonight. He doesn't want to see how much. He doesn't want anybody to see how much he's eating. I think that's what it is. Matt Hackathorn across the start-finish line. Good enough for the pole here so far. Hackathorn 23.36 for the pole so far. Plenty of drivers out there still. Amanda Sherman, a 23.701 out of nowhere. Taking up a second spot. She gets pushed down by Corey Rutherford. In the 5 machine, Dave Seats now takes it over. And that 14, that Autism Speaks car is back, Rick.
I love it.
Casey Campbell out there. He's one of the drivers that's an in-car camera guy. He wasn't in his rig before, so let's go ahead and bring him up. There he is. He's got like a $10,000 rig. Maybe 30,000, somewhere in there. 10 to 30. We're gonna go there.
I just like what he was doing pre-race, Chris, because I got in here kind of early. And, you know, Casey was one of the first drivers into the in-car camera here in Discord, and he was watching Jeff and Dunham, and he was laughing. So I think Casey's ready for a good time here tonight.
23.303, the pole time so far for Jamie Walker in the number 88. So Walker climbs himself to the pole. You know, Rick, you said Matt Gruenberg's name, and it occurs to me
He's not here tonight.
he's not here tonight. I'm glad I'm not the only one seeing that. Hey, let's get on board with Philip Van Vliet, the 89, the driver that's about to turn another year over on the old calendar. Van Vliet in there. Pretty focused in here for qualifying, right?
Very, very focused.
I would expect to see a cup of Kool-Aid somewhere along the way here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Van Vliet, a nice 8th place so far here in qualifying. We'll see if that sticks or not. Josh Klinger didn't get a lot of practice time in, but he's out on track right now, getting ready to qualify his number 20. That's one of those MF Racing design, you know, like big shock. That's an MF Racing Designs car out here on a Sunday night. Get your hot dog and watch out for the stripe here tonight at Dover. Oh, wait.
Well, those are two different tracks, brother. We're not at the paperclip, so I don't know if there's a hot dog in Dover. There are going to be some stripes. Let me tell you, Miles is going to reach out, and he's going to be gobbling some cars, but it's not the Darlington. That's in a couple weeks, but that's going to be good. I've been seeing a lot of throwback paints, and Michael's been very busy. I've had Terry's done for about, I don't know, 6 months now.
I think we need a throwback paint.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big blink out of Ian Habiak. And again, so Habiak having some connection issues. Hey, Ian, you might want to shut the camera down, pal. Yeah, Rick, I think we do need a throwback.
What are we throwing back to, bro?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Some sort of throwback for the booth. Yeah, I'm not sure.
No, we got 3 to choose from, really, I guess you could think of.
Well, let's climb on board with Habiak and see if his connection's any better. Looks like it is here so far as he's rounding out of turn number 4 for the final time here for his qualifying effort. And he crosses the line. Big time gainer. 7th quickest for Ian Habiak. The Soul Stealer, Brian Dees out there in that number 17 Marvel Studios Camaro.
And I gotta mention, Chris, because I saw it on the in-car camera there. The Soul Stealer, I think Corey Sherman needs to send him another shirt because either he wore it out or it's actually in the washer for the first time. Yeah.
No.
He's got the TRJ Karting t-shirt on tonight.
That coupled with the fact that I'm pretty sure I saw a smile on his face earlier. Oh boy.
I think someone's indulged into too many root beer floats this weekend.
Still a lot of drivers that haven't come on to the racetrack for qualifying here. They've got about 3 minutes left to do it. The 17 D's, 3rd quickest. Good run for Brian Dees. Dalton Kilrow last season's champion, out on track. The nap is over. It's time to rock and roll. Brian D's third place time is a 23.37. So a good run out of Brian D's.
And quickly, Chris, too, before we run out of time, I just wanted to send out, Jason Powell. I know I saw you log in there. Jason Powell running race control tonight with Mark Arthur. And Jason's mother-in-law was involved in an accident last night, hit by a drunk driver. So we're sending all our thoughts and prayers here from the Turn 3 Racing Network, the Hammond Hotel booth, and around the world there to Jason and his mother-in-law and the family for a full and speedy recovery.
Oh, absolutely. I saw that just before we came live, man. What a heartbreaker. Jason, thoughts and prayers going out to you, bud, and to the whole family. I hope she recovers well. Dalton Kilroe, good enough for 10th place, a 23.42. Actually ties with Cody Moore and Ian Habiak. All three of those drivers running the exact same time, 8th, 9th, and 10th, 23.42. And we've got, quick count, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers that have not qualified, and I don't think they're gonna, Rick.
9 drivers, because it looks like we have Aaron Bockover, we got Randy McAvoy, James Miller, Brad Collins, Sam Baumgarten, Taffy Foster. We got Rick Thompson, John Perkins, and Jeffrey Fisher not taking times yet.
Yeah, Aaron messed me up there because he had come out on track, but did not complete a time. All right, well, we got about a minute to go. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, because it is going to be a long one here tonight. 240 laps here at Dover. About 50 seconds to go. We're going to step away for just a moment. When we come back, it's going to be qualifying time.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, getting ready to go through the grid. Just waiting for a couple of drivers to join in. I think that's what we're doing. There we are. All right, let's get the grid music up and running. Starting on the pole tonight, it's going to be the driver of the number 88. It's going to be Jamie Walker. 2 is outside out of Ram Racing. It's the number 84 of Matt Hackathorn. Starting inside, row number 2 out of S&M Motorsports. It's the Soul Stealer. Driving the 17, it's Brian Dees. 5 Kings Motorsports going to start in the 4th spot with the number 4 of Tanner Marr. Starting in 5th tonight, driving the number 6 out of MFRD, it's going to be Derek Polson. And 2 is outside, the 66 out of Team AV, it's Jordan McAvoy. Starting in 7th position tonight, it's going to be Doc Butcher. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin starting his 10 in 7th spot. To his outside, the TRJ Karting.com number 16 Ford Mustang driven by Ian Habiak, and starting 9th tonight out of Lost Cause Motorsports, it's going to be the 24 of Cody Moore. Starting to his outside, it's going to be the 41 Five Kings Motorsports car driven by Dalton Kilrow. Inside row number 6, it's going to be the 42 of 42 Racing. It's going to be Kyle Wellman. To his outside, it's going to be the 89, the Lone Dutchman Racing driver of Philip Van Vliet. And starting in the 13th spot, it's going to be the 20, the Oceanside Cleaners Racing driver Josh Klinger. Starting in 14th tonight, it's going to be Limitless Motorsports Dave Seats and Rick. 15th, Ty Morosco, Corey Sherman. And the list is going to have to go on without being on the screen because we're getting ready to go green.
17th, Corey Rutherford, Joshua Sexton in 18th, Amanda Sherman in 19th, Casey Campbell in 20th, and there goes. Joshua Rutherford, Mike Hamlin, John Perkins, Sam Baumgartner, Rick Thompson, Aaron Bobcover, Brad Collins, James Miller, Randy McAvoy, the Tapping Man, and Jeffrey Fisher.
I love it. One lap just isn't enough to get it done, man. It just isn't.
I know exactly what's going to happen. Aaron Bobcover was going to say,
Aaron's going to be all over it.
Y'all just didn't say the team names, just went through it real quick. Don't worry about the inside outside. If nobody knows where the first place car is going to be, then it doesn't matter. It's all good. Just going to say the names, guys. Names, car numbers. That's all we need. And so you get to me. You just make sure you say. And Charlotte winner. Charlotte winner. Charlotte champion. 44 Aaron Bobcover.
Too good. You're absolutely right. All right, Aaron. Thank you. All right, we're underway. Lap 3 already. Here of 240, Jamie Walker with the pole. Going to step away from the rest of the field. Looking for some battles on track, and already we've gone single file most of the way around this field.
This is a long race now. I mean, you know, there's no more resets. No, not again. Come on.
There we go. That was better.
Because I picked on Aaron, now my sound's all messed up.
It's all right. Dave Seats having an early problem. He's off to the outside. He's going to lose a couple of spots. In fact, he's lost 6 already. Here comes Sam Baumgartner to try and make it 7. Baumgartner to the inside of Dave Seats. Casey Campbell going to try and do the same thing. Aaron Bockover right behind him. Bockover takes it down low. Aaron Bockover trying to move up, and he is doing a great job so far. Up 4. Make it 5 as he's trying to get by Dave Seats. What is going on with the 44 here tonight so far? He's flying. Up top, it's Jamie Walker, being followed by Matt Hackathorn and Brian Dees, the Soul Stealer. Tanner Marr running 4th in that number 4 with Jordan McAvoy up 1 spot into the top 5. Derek Paulson trying to find it. Can't seem to get back up there, though. And right behind him, the 10, Doc Butcher out of Penn State. Dalton Kilrow up to 8th spot after starting in 10th, and last season's champion starting to roll here on lap number 8. Behind him, it's Ian Habiak, the TRJ Karting.com Ford Mustang, trying to get up towards the front. Had a little bit of a slip coming out of turn number 4. Able to hold on to it. Here comes Kyle Wellman behind him. Wellman going to put pressure on.
Yeah, it's good to see a fellow Vermonter out there. He's got his in-car camera working, Chris. The 42 looking mighty strong so far inside the top 10 there. Got a little bit of ways before Van Vliet actually catches up there in the 89. Of course, no practice time. Morosco actually did practice, Chris. I saw him do 1 lap tonight, so we can't pick on him about that. Then you get 24, Cody Moore in 13th, with being followed by the 3 of Corey Sherman. in 14th, Josh Klinger 15th, Josh Sexton in the 51 and 16th. Corey Rutherford, well, he's still right where he started, Chris, in 17th position. John Perkins already up 5 positions to take over the 18th spot. And follow him, the boss, Rick Thompson, up 6 positions so far. Kind of tied for the biggest mover as of right now. But right now, Rick Thompson in 19th, rounding out that top 20 is the rookie, Sam Baumgarten, who's actually putting a little pressure on Rick Thompson right now.
As you're talking about that, Rick, I have got Cody Moore firmly in my sights. The tongue is at it again. And right now he's lost 4 spots, running in the 13th position after starting 9th on the field. So the 24 has to make some ground back up. He will. It's just a matter of time. Look out for Cody Moore as this one rolls on. Jeffrey Fisher, James Miller running 22nd and 23rd, both up 6 spots since the drop of the green flag 13 laps ago. Watch out for those two to try and make a push to the front here tonight. Amanda Sherman down 12 spots since the drop of the green flag. Don't know if that's something she meant to do or something that just happened. But the 8 car right now picking up shotgun on the field. She needs to kind of get back into it. She will. She's cagey. Up top, though, it's Jamie Walker leading the way. He's got about a 2nd lead over Matt Hackathorn. And Brian D is about 3 car lengths behind Hackathorn. Panamar about a 2nd. Yeah, almost a 2.5 seconds behind D's. And then it's a gaggle.
It is, especially with the 66 of McAvoy right there. He's got Derek Paulson right behind him. Paulson's been kind of looking back and forth, trying to find out a way around the 66, but Paulson's got to be careful because if he waits too long, Dalton Kilroy might sneak in.
There's that beautiful paint job painted by Marielle Falk. That's MF Racing Designs Jr. She did a great job. I'm glad he's running that paint. It certainly brought him some luck.
Sure has.
Dalton Kilroy right behind Paulson, along with Doc Butcher and the Hurricane, Ian Habiak. That is your 9th spot. Got to drop back a little bit. Kyle Wellman under attack by Philip Van Vliet. The 60-year-old trying to make a happy birthday for himself by dropping into the top 10. Just has to get around one more driver to do it.
Van Vliet, he's new this season, Chris, and he's been trying and learning, been having fun in the entry league. Definitely turned himself into a racer. Now he's stuck on the outside there as Ty Morosco brings his one MF Racing Designs machine on the inside there, and he's not done yet. He's stuck up to the back bumper of the 42 of Wellman. Oh, I thought he was going to try it.
No look Ty as he is trying to get into the top 10. Kyle Wellman driving his line just like he should. And they are bringing Cody Moore along for the ride, so look out. I said Moore was going to challenge, and he is closing the gap on these 3 drivers. Right behind Cody Moore, it's going to be Corey Sherman driving the Savage Edge number 3. The Shermanator running 14th spot, Josh Klinger, and Joshua Sexton right behind him. 20 laps down for this gentleman right here, the race leader, Jamie Walker, as he is starting to catch the back door of the number 8. So Amanda Sherman getting set to go down a lap to our race leader, Jamie Walker.
That's what she said. Jamie Walker just on fire, man. That 88 Dew Crew machine is on rails right now.
Jamie Walker going to try and make it another win on the season. Trying to get himself up to 3. And our pole sitter right now looking fabulous. Not to be outdone, though, Matt Hackathorn looking great himself. Started in second, currently in second, and he's got a pretty good gap between himself and Tanner Maher, the third place runner. We were talking about Brian Dees not too long ago, and right now he's running in the 4 spot. Dees started this season like a completely different driver from last season. Hasn't had very good luck here the last several weeks, but trying to find his stride again is Brian Dees. Has to find that consistency that really has led him to be inside of the top 8. He's actually running 7th in the points right now, so that consistency is going to matter, and it's going to matter even more here as we start getting close and into the championship. The 17 needs to find a way just to kind of get that consistency back, right? Behind these, it's a battle for position. Derek Paulson to the inside of Jordan McAvoy. Paulson takes it away. Here comes last season's champ, the 41 of Don Kilroe, makes it to the inside. And Jordan McAvoy stuck to the outside. Doc Butcher going to try and take advantage. Can he get there? He squeezes in. Heading into turn 1, Doc Butcher going to try and take away another spot from McAvoy. The 16, the Hurricane, Ian Habiat trying to get there as well. And McAvoy again held to the top side of the track. Habiat loses a little ground, not going to be able to put the pressure on. Down into turn 1, he's going to try again. Cannot get there that time by. So Habiat stuck in the 9th spot, right behind Jordan McAvoy. Our 10th place runner, Tom Orozco, has Cody Moore trying to get to the back door. Moore has worked his way back up into the 11th spot, wants to get back into the top 10. He's got Philip Van Vliet right behind him in the Mustang.
Ooh, the first caution is out. It might have been the Terminator.
Caution on the track, and I believe you might be right, Rick, as we have a few drivers whose names popped up. Here we are, lap 29, first caution of the race. Let's go take a look at Corey Sherman. The 20 works to the inside and doesn't quite get there. Looks like Sherman may have tapped the wall. He does. He taps it again. And oh, big time problems for a few drivers. Oh, including last week's winner, the 09 of James Miller. Let's go back and look at this one again. You see the 20 backs way off, but the 3 into the wall, and then into the wall again, and oh boy. I'll take it out of Sherman's view this time. He's following Kyle Wellman, and he just doesn't get off the corner right. Rubs the wall again, and you hear the back tires come off the ground. He is done. He does a good job of holding it in place, but unfortunately the 09 had no place to go. Looks like Josh Sexton had to take a trip to pit road. All right, caution number 1 here at Dover. And we're not quite halfway through stage number 1. Nonetheless, a lot of drivers taking pit stops, as they would have had to for fuel anyway.
just heard from race control the 3 is going to get penalized with an EOL for bringing out that caution. A little work to do for the Shermanator. I'm sure he's going to be in the pits for a little while, getting some of that damage fixed up. Or not.
Yeah, or not. Well, he doesn't want to go down a lap. That's way too early for that. He has a fast car. It's just a matter of making sure that it plants. And it looks like, I don't know, it was weird. It kind of kicked out on him a little bit, rubbed into the wall twice. And of course, around he went from there. But a good call from race control. Pinning it to the number 3. First caution of the evening. Let's go ahead and get a word in from TRJKarting.com.
TRJKarting.com is your #1 online source for karting components, engines, and safety gear. They have a huge selection for the novice to the professional and a dedicated section for sim racers. No matter how you do it, your desire and passion to go fast fuels them. Their focus is to put their customers into victory lane. Make sure you check them out at TRJKarting.com and give them a like on Facebook.
Make sure you do. Give them a like on Facebook. Let Tim know that we sent you along for the ride. And the 88 is bringing it down pit road one more time. Interesting. Walker going to give up a second place run to come down pit road.
Well, like you said, Chris, we're on lap, 33 right now of 240. So plenty of racing still to go before the end of stage 1. So it might be a smart move. Come down, get a little top off, and see how far you can go, because we know that stage 1's going to end at the end of lap number 72. So,
and it was just fuel as Walker gets himself to the end of the field. May have been on purpose, I'm not sure. Aaron Bockover bringing it off pit road along with Dave Seats. So a couple of drivers taking full on advantage here of this caution. Corey Sherman ended up bringing out this caution flag, and there you see the damage, mostly to the rear end of that car. Shouldn't really affect his performance here, but we will find out as we get ready to go back green. Tyler Roscoe, your race leader, opts for the inside lane. Matt Hackathorn on the outside. Green flag waves. Tyler Roscoe says, see ya. And here comes the 17 of Brian Dees, trying to make it count here against Matt Hackathorn. Dees working the inside. Brian Dees has a bite on the inside of second place, heading into turn 3 now. Brian Dees takes the inside groove, and he is gonna go up to second spot. Good move out of the 17 to pick up a spot here. No better time to do it, Rick, than right off from a restart, and Brian Dees capitalizes.
Well, we know Brian Dees is a very fast driver, Chris, and now he's starting to suck up to the back bumper of Morosco. And it's going to be good to see Dees get up there.
The Soul Stealer on your bottom left-hand side as we follow him around this track just a little ways. In fact, why don't we just hop right into the cockpit? And you see Dees looking through the corner. Very focused here as he's right on the back bumper of our race leader. And don't you think Dees wouldn't like being the race leader here for a little while around this 1 mile track? Well, at 37 being worked right now, Ty Morosco leads the way.
And an interesting thing, Chris, both drivers there on the same team, S&M Motorsports. But I don't think Brian Dees is thinking about that right now.
Now, Dees had to let off the throttle a little bit. You heard the rear tires start to accelerate all of a sudden. That means the car was just unsettled, loose. And the tires started to spin. He had to back out of it or else he was going to go around. So a good save there from Brian Dees in the 17. It's Morosco, Dees, Hackathorn, your top three. Tanner Marr in fourth. Derek Paulson rounds out the top five. And it's Doc Butcher, Dalton Kilroe, the Hurricane, Ian Habiak, Jordan McAvoy, Cody Moore, your top 10. So Moore tongue waving himself back into the top 10. And Philip Van Vliet in the 89, just outside in 11th spot. He's being followed by Rick Thompson in the 76. Rick Thompson driving from the RV here tonight. And his number 76 right behind Philip Van Vliet. He's up 13 spots, Rick. Huge gainer for Rick Thompson.
Yeah, definitely having a good night here. And, you know, you gotta applaud his dedication there, Chris. I mean, he doesn't have a second rig. So when he was just home there a couple weeks ago, and he had to take it all back out of his house, get it back set up into the RV, test everything, rerun all the wires. But he's out there doing it once again.
Philip Van Vliet was taking a peek to the inside, couldn't get there on Cody Moore. But Van Vliet came to race here tonight. As Rick Thompson right on the back bumper. Another big gainer here tonight. The 86. Oh, we got a battle going for the lead, Rick. You were right. Brian D is working the inside of Ty Morosco, the 84 of Hackathorn, looking to figure out which way he wants to go. Who does he want to follow? He drops down the inside. Brian D gets a little loose. He touched the apron for just a second. That could have been lights out, but again, the 17 saves that car.
And Terry can thank me later for, you know, bouncing that whole conversation right out the window right now. 86 has the banner for TNA. We don't want to be the ones to mess that up, buddy.
You said it, not me.
I know. Ty Morosco calling out a pit. He's the only car out there, Chris, that has not hit pit road yet.
Ty Morosco takes it down pit road. Oh, goes sideways just a little bit. Holds on to it. And our race leader gives it up. New race leader, Brian Dees. I guess Ty was actually in second when he gave it up, but that's okay. Look at the battle we've got going on behind the race lead. It's 2x2. Hackathorn Paulson. Tanner Marr and the Butcher. The Butcher not able to hold on to it. Or was he just moving to the inside? Can't tell. Awesome stuff
Paulson.
here.
Oh, Paulson just got into Hackathorn. Bulltrap was able to hang on to it.
Lots of battling going out. Looks like we've gone single file here in the top five once again. And meanwhile, Brian Dees took full advantage of those guys racing behind him. Picks up about a second lead over Derek Paulson. Matt Hackathorn, Tanner Marr, and the Butcher. We'll add Dalton Kilroe and Ian Habiak to the list because the top 7 drivers all in a row. Slight gap back to Jordan McAvoy and Cody Moore. Rick Thompson in the top 10. Philip Van Vliet, no matter what he does, the poor guy, he can't seem to break into that top 10 rate. He's been 11th multiple times here tonight so far as we work lap 48. The boss, John Perkins, running in the 12th spot in his number 33 with Jamie Walker. Remember, we saw him come down for fuel late, and that last caution has already worked himself back up into the 13th spot. Jamie Walker going to be looking for more.
Yeah, I don't think we're done seeing what the 88 can do here, Chris. I mean, he was smart to come down, and a few other drivers did the same thing, but try to pull as much fuel into that machine as he can. But here we are, we're working on almost lap 50 here. Headings into 3 and 4. Now we'll be going down the front stretch.
Jamie Walker was looking to the inside. John Perkins blocked it off pretty well. And that battle will continue on. Josh Klinger behind them. Oh, Rick Thompson down on the inside of Cody Moore. Rick Thompson
Ooh, Moore almost hit the wall. That's one of the big dangers here at Dover, Chris. You want to keep those cars out of that wall because it just sucks you right in.
Yeah, well,
And then when it does that, it shoots you right back out. Miles doesn't like his wall touched.
I think he likes it a lot, Rick.
Yeah, okay, maybe a little bit.
Well, Philip Van Vliet was in 11th all the time here tonight. All of a sudden, the birthday boy running in the 9th spot. So he is slowly working his way through the field. Up front, it's still Brian Dees. Derek Paulson starting to take a big bite out of that lead, though. At one point, it was about a second, now about a half a second. And Derek Paulson continues to try and catch Brian Dees. Doc Butcher running in the 3rd spot, last season's champion, Dalton Kilrow in 4th, and Tanner Marr runs in the 5th spot. Big news right now. How about this? The Hurricane up to the 6th spot. He wants Rick to be in that championship 16.
Yeah, he definitely does. He wants to make the playoffs, Chris. And another big news there is the driver battling it out for 18th place right now. Well, that was taken over. So, see, commentator curse is real, folks. We talked about Terry. Terry's now in 19th, and teammate Aaron Bach over in the 44 now has the banner.
Speaking of drivers whose seasons just went sideways, almost from the get-go, Aaron Backover has not had the best season.
But he's won Charlotte.
But he won Charlotte, well, last season.
That's all that matters. We don't talk about seasons, man. He's the champion of Charlotte. That's all you need to know.
That's true. I heard Backover's going to start his own league. It's going to be 52 weeks of Charlotte.
That could be actually kind of fun.
Jeff Fisher right on the back door of the rookie, Sam Baumgarten. Fisher trying to put Sam down one more spot. They're both up quite a bit here so far. Sam is +8 since we went green, and Jeff Fisher +11. Biggest mover of the race. Here, you can't take this one away from him so far, Rick. It's the Taffy. Terry Foster. He will race for Taffy. Did you know that?
Are you sure? Because the Taffy man is 12 positions up. Rick Thompson's 14.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, I missed that. All right, well, how about this? Brian Dees is the race leader.
That's correct.
All right.
Something that's been happening too, Chris. I've been watching lap after lap. Now that Derek Paulson, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, now Dalton Kilrow into that mix, now they stopped going side by side and racing each other. They got kind of nose to tail, and they're actually digging into that gap that Brian Dees had. And Dees might be in trouble here shortly.
Well, just
as I say that, the Butcher, the Butcher says, no, Rick, I'm going on the inside, buddy.
Derek Paulson doesn't do much to stop him. He just gets out of the way, comes back down in front of the 41. Dalton Kilrow now going to try and find a way around Derek Paulson. But Paulson seems to be holding that bottom line pretty well. It's almost like he thought maybe the Butcher was a little bit faster, let him go to try and catch him down. We'll see. Oh, big move out of Paulson as he moves way up the track again. This time Dalton Kilrow takes advantage, goes right underneath. So Kilrow pops into the top three. Top three right now, Dees, Doc Butcher, and Dalton Kilrow.
And look who's sitting in 9th place, Chris. The 88 of Jamie Walker working his way slowly through the field. He just got around Jordan McAvoy in his 66. Now he's got his sights on the birthday boy, Philip Van Vliet, in that 89. Maybe get a little drink of Kool-Aid before he goes by.
Not real sure, but Jamie Walker back up inside the top 10, just as he said. And here comes Cody Moore. Cody Moore to the inside of Jordan McAvoy. Moore looks to try and regain a top 10 run here. On the inside, McAvoy may have started to get a little bit loose. The rear end looked like it may have popped out just a little bit. Cody Moore goes on around. So Cody Moore back up in the 10th spot, just one position away from where he started here tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're watching the Blazing Pedals, the Xfinity Series, live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. all your best e-racing right here, live on YouTube every single night. Lots of new seasons going to be starting up here pretty quick, Rick, as real race seasons are starting to come to an end around the country. And the Hurricane has his sights set on a top 5 as he's really starting to look in on Tanner Marr. We're about 8 laps away from the end of stage number 1. Brian Dees trying to win it. As we got some drivers going around Amanda Sherman. Amanda is having troubles finding her way around this track. This is the second time tonight she's been put down a lap. She was able to get it back the first time. Right now, she's actually in position to get it back again by being ahead of Corey Sherman on the lap down list. Five laps complete. Working lap 66 is Brian Dees. The Butcher and Dalton Killero locked up for a battle for second spot. Derek Paulson has slipped way back in the field. Still running in fourth, but just a big gap between himself and third place Dalton Killero.
It sounds like Kyle Wellman having some issues. Chris touched the wall, and now it's telling him to pit for repair. Not what Wellman wants to see right now.
He may have a tire going down or something, but I don't see any real obvious damage there.
No.
On the 42. The driver out of Vermont having a little bit of difficulty after starting inside the top 10. He is way off the pace, running 14 spots down from where he started here tonight.
Yeah, I'm not noticing too much. I just did a 360 around the 42 and a little bit of side damage on the right-hand side, but
lap 69 of 240. About 4 laps to go before we end stage number 1. A lot of racing to go here tonight. 240 laps of scheduled distance on this 1 miler. Of course, if you're talking to Dodge Butcher, he's going to tell you it's 1.02.
yes, he would.
And the Butcher edging ever so close to Brian D. He's going to try and take it away at the very last moment here, but Dalton Kilroy looking for that second place. Jeffrey Fisher bringing it down pit road just before pit road closes for the end of the stage. So a good move out of Jeffrey Fisher.
Nope. Don't forget that it actually closes 2 laps before the end of stage 1. Yeah,
that's not good then.
But the 98 had a tire going down, so he had no choice. A little black flag penalty there for Jeffrey Fisher.
It's going to be the end of stage 1. Our stage 1 winner going to be Brian Dees, the sole stealer. Take stage number 1. And he celebrates by picking his nose. No, just kidding. So congratulations goes out once again to Brian Dees and all the drivers in the top 10. It's Dees, Butcher Benjamin, Kilrow, Paulson, Marr, Habiak, Van Vliet, Moore, Jamie Walker, and Sam Baumgarten, the rookie, edging into the top 10. Well, actually, that just changed. Give it up to Rick Thompson. As our race leader is going to come down pit road, we're going to step away for just a moment here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And we're back live here at Dover for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series. Pace car lights just going off as we get ready to start stage number 2. And Michael Flock, you're absolutely right. We stole that first stage's soul, the Soul Stealer. Congratulations once again to Brian Dees for getting it done in stage number 1. And now we line them up for stage 2. And we're going to start running some different strategies all of a sudden. Looks like a good number of drivers have taken tires here. So, well, we'll see what that means for everybody, honestly. Amanda Sherman back on the lead lap. See if that number 8 can handle any better here for stage number 2. As the pace car drops in, Rick, we're getting ready to go back under green.
Yeah, it's good for Brian Dees to get that those extra bonus points there for winning that stage as he takes off, Chris, under the green flag, getting a really good restart here over Dalton Kilrow. But Brian Dees, I mean, he's pretty secure right now. I mean, you know, barring the next couple of races, something bad happened, but I think he's going to be okay for the playoffs.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And I got to say something, man. We don't get to do it very often, but we're going to do it here tonight. And we're going to do it right now. If you are watching on your TV, turn it up to about 100. If you're watching on your phone, turn it up to 10 or 100, however that works. Tablets, whatever. The whole deal here is to just go ahead and turn it up.
And if you're Mark Arthur, make sure you turn it down.
You know, every time I do that, I get a smile on my face. New race leader out there. It is Dalton Kilroy, but he is being tracked down quickly by the 88 of Jamie Walker, our pole sitter here tonight, looking to try and get it back, as he is currently being scored in the second spot. Brian Dees in third, Taylor Butcher Benjamin in the fourth spot. Oh man, that's good stuff. I don't know
It
how.
is, you know. I can listen to the Turn It Up all night long, man. I love that sound.
My ears.
Well, you got to set the level just right.
Yeah, loud.
That's right.
Joshua Rutherford going down a lap in the 55. To add him to the list of lap down drivers. It's going to be Rutherford, Morosco, Hackathorn, Corey Sherman, Jeffrey Fisher, Aaron Bockover, James Miller, and Josh Sexton. Those drivers are at least one lap down here as the 88 climbs to the back bumper of the 41 once again. Jamie Walker trying to get back to the race lead. This, Rick, was the battle last season. Dalton Kilroe, Jamie Walker. And at the end of it all, Kilroe able to win the championship.
It was a good close battle all throughout the whole season, though, Chris, and it was outstanding. And unfortunately, Jamie Walker had been, in the beginning of this season, started fighting some computer issues, but finally got all those worked out. And, you know, he's come back and done what he normally does. So good to see him up there. I don't think he's going to be in second for too much longer.
Let's take a peek in on Jamie Walker trying to track down the race lead. He sits in the second spot in his number 88. Just ahead of our race leader, the 3 and the 5, Corey Sherman and Corey Rutherford. And they both stay to the outside. Our leader's going to go around them both.
And do we dare to say right now the guy sitting in 14th position carrying the banner for his team?
Oh.
Which you can find out about all that tomorrow night at 8
Oh, the
p.m.
5
Eastern.
having problems.
Uh-oh.
Corey Rutherford having problems, and it's going to take out a couple of drivers. Oh boy, big one. And it started with the 5. Everybody, Sam Baumgarten gets in the back of Rick Thompson just a little bit. It looks like the 6 might be done for the night. The smoke is leaving the car as he brings it down pit road. Well, it all started with the 5 of Corey Rutherford. Let's take a peek. As, the 3 got into him. That's what caused it all. And, the Hurricane gets into it. McAvoy, Derek Paulson, Van Vliet. Cody Moore tries to stay out of it. He does. Sam Baumgarten gets into the back of the 76. Rick Thompson as he's checking up. Oh my. Well, not a great night for the 3 car. Well, let's go back and take a peek. And that's where the 3 got into him. And it all kind of breaks loose. Oh, McAvoy in the 66 goes up in the air.
Yeah, he got hit hard.
Let's take a look at it from his vantage point. And you're looking ahead and you're like, oh boy, there's all kinds of time to react to this, but I'm sorry, you're not driving 160 miles an hour. They are.
Exactly.
Up in the air he goes. Lucky not to go upside down in that. Flaps must have deployed. As we rejoin live, Dalton Kilroe, Brian Dees, Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Being scored as your top 3. Looks like Jamie Walker may have come down pit road. This stage set to end at the end of lap number 144. So Walker may be taking fuel just to make it to the end.
No, it pretty much worked out for him last time.
Well, if I had to guess, it's going to be on Corey Sherman. Sherman just is not having a good night here tonight. Gotta welcome a new driver to the top 10. It is going to be Casey Campbell and his number 73. Joining the top 10 in 9th spot. So a good run out of him so far here, plus 11 on the evening.
Unfortunately for Corey Sherman, Chris, that's strike number 2 for him.
There's going to be a lot of disappointed drivers tonight, Rick.
Yeah, this is almost like a Bristol or maybe a Richmond. One thing I do love that Corey Sherman has been doing recently, Chris, I don't know if you noticed it the last few weeks, but he's been changing his hood logo out to shirts and stuff that they actually have on the SavageEdge.com site to promote those a little bit, and even the side of his car here tonight. But unfortunately, not looking too good there for the number 3 Supra.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't do it on the back bumper because you wouldn't be promoting. Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like we have a couple of drivers in the infield care center, Chris.
Well, it's unfortunately time to get them up here one at a time. Let's go ahead and get my fellow Bears fan up here. Derek Paulson, driver of the number 6. Well, bud, that's not the way you wanted your race to finish.
Oh, kind of like the Bears game today, huh?
I didn't. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess it was just like the Bears game. It was absolutely brutal. All right, take me through it.
That's the whole season.
Old tires, different strategies, lap cars, and it's too bad lap cars had to get together to take out 3 of the top runners. But it is what it is. It's once they start wrecking on the backstretch, it's there ain't no place to go.
No, there really isn't. Really sorry it's going to take you out. Probably for the night, I would imagine.
Yeah, I've got a lot of repairs, so I'm going to be sitting in here a long time. I don't know if I'll get back out or not. My car's pretty well toast.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw you starting the tailgate a little bit early there, so somebody let the smoke out of the engine.
Yep. I think I'm going to start cracking a cold one and watch these other guys race.
All right, sounds good, Derek. Who do you got to thank on the 6? Let's get you in there.
I got to thank you guys up in the booth. I got to thank Mark and the admins. I got to thank MF Racing Designs. I got to thank TRJ Karting, and I think that's about the long list of thanks. Oh, and 5 Kings. The 5 Kings group.
All right, Derek. Thank you very much, bud. Enjoy the broadcast.
I'm gonna.
There you go. Derek Paulson in the 6. And we got one more to talk to. It is the Hurricane, the driver of the number 16. It looks like he can't really kind of figure out what happened, but we'll find out. Ian Habiet, it's Chris and Rick. You got a copy.
How you guys doing?
Well, I hate to say it, bud, but better than you right now. What's going on?
Man, he had it until he didn't, and it sucks that had our night pretty much ruined by lap cars, but here at Dover, that's pretty much the name of the game.
Well, the real bummer here is it kind of stinks because you had a fast car here tonight. You were inside the top 10 for a good portion of the race here tonight, Ian. What's it going to take to try and get yourself into the championship? It's got to be a win, right, at this point?
Yeah, pretty much. Tonight had a really fast car. I didn't think I was going to be running up front like I did. I was running like 6th, 7th, and just had that happen. But it's unfortunate, but it's part of my luck, I guess. So I guess hopefully we bring some more momentum to Daytona, and hopefully I can pick up a win there. If not, Darlington is my last hope.
All right, bud. Who do you got to thank on the 16 tonight?
Obviously, my dad with TRJ Karting, what he does for me and the series. you guys for putting on an awesome broadcast, Mark and Jason for everything that they do as admins, and sorry to hear what's happened to Jason out there with his mother-in-law, but hopefully keep him in my prayers tonight.
There you go. That's all we can do, brother. All right. Well, sit back in, maybe hop on the broadcast and watch, because we're not done with this one yet.
Yep, thank you guys.
All right, Ian Habiak, the Hurricane, going to have to step out of this one in his number 16 tonight. Going to call it a night. And as all that was going on, Rick, we've got a new race leader. It's the Butcher, Doc Butcher. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, the race leader.
Doc Butcher and Brian Dees worked together there for a little bit to get around the 41 of Dalton Kilrow. Of course, Dalton might have broke off a little bit just to kind of start saving fuel, like we know he likes to do. But definitely the 10 and the 17 got around Dalton Kilrow there as we're talking to actually Derek Paulson. So it's been a few laps, but I don't think these guys are done swapping yet, though.
No, I don't think we're done with a lot of things here tonight, unfortunately. But hey, man, so far so good. It's been an entertaining race at the very least. About 130 laps left to go here. We're working lap 110 out of 240. We've got one more stage break coming. That's going to be at the end of lap 144. So we're creeping in on that. And the Butcher wouldn't mind taking it away. Taking a peek in on the points. The Butcher running 5th so far in the points. He's got one race win. Wouldn't mind adding another to it. And again, running in 5th spot so far in these point standings. Dalton Kilrow running in 3rd. Philip Van Vliet. Again, a happy early birthday to him. But man, did he come to play here tonight. Running in the 4th spot ahead of Tanner Marr. Van Vliet up 8. He's the highest gainer in the top 5. Then you got Tanner Marr in the 4th. He's running in 5th. Jamie Walker running in 6th. He's our pole sitter tonight. He came down for fuel and now working his way back up towards the front as he goes around Tanner Marr. Kyle Wellman, we saw him having a problem earlier, the driver out of Vermont, looking to try and climb back up maybe into the top 5. He's having a heck of a run here tonight, Rick. He's right now running in the 7th spot. Cody Moore wagging his tongue in the rearview mirror.
Well, maybe that's helping Kyle Wellman keep ahead of the 24 there, Chris. But Wellman definitely having a great night. But he doesn't want to get lit, so he's trying to get, and it's actually kind of cool because he got the 42 being chased by the 24. I'm a nerd like that, so it's kind of cool. But Wellman definitely having a great night here.
Behind them, it's the rookie, Sam Baumgarten, being chased down by Josh Klinger in the 20, Rick Thompson in the 76, and add Joshua Rutherford to that list as there's a 4-car split right there. Baumgarten leading the way for Klinger, Thompson, and Rutherford. Behind them, it's the 33 of John Perkins. Perkins started 23rd here tonight. He's up 10 into the 13th spot with Brad Collins behind him. Collins up 13 spots in the MF Racing Designs number 22 out of Speed Mafia, and he's bringing it down pit road. That's going to give way for the newest paint job out there tonight, the 28 of Mike Hamlin.
Go Raise Energy.
Hamlin now running in the 14th spot, up 16 is Terry Foster. Dave Seats down 2 in the 14. Amanda Sherman right now running in the 17th spot, and she's starting to get it going here in that number 8. Casey Campbell looking down low, almost breaks free. The rear end wanted to come out. Casey Campbell able to hold on to it. Randy McAvoy running in the 19th spot behind Campbell. Ty Morosco rounds out the top 20. And the last driver, no, he's not on the lead lap, but we'll call him 21st is Matt Hackathorn. Brad Collins now 22nd, Jeffrey Fisher, and the list goes on from there. Back up front, Doc Butcher leading the way. And we'll take a peek in on him as we have him as a live driver. Live from the dorm room at Penn State. It is Doc Butcher, the leader of this one.
Oh, we got some green flag pit stops definitely starting to happen. I mean, I know that we saw Collins come in earlier there, Chris, but more starting to follow.
And as that was happening, Rick Dalton Kilroe takes the second spot back away from Brian Dees. Dees coming down pit road. That moves Philip Van Vliet up into the third spot. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Brian Dees hitting the barrels at the beginning of pit road.
Oh, Brian Dees. Let's take a peek. Just couldn't woe it up enough, and oh man. And to make matters worse, he got stuck on him. Has to take a tow, and that's gonna just kill his night. Oh my goodness.
And that's what happens when you don't wear the shirt that was custom made for you. Just saying.
The Butcher gonna give up the race lead. Oh, Philip Van Vliet not able to make it down pit road. He slowed all the way down. Not able to come down pit road. That's gonna hurt. Top three drivers now: Kilroe, Walker, Van Vliet. Van Vliet able to get it back up to speed before Sam Baumgarten got there. But there is heavy pressure. And now Baumgarten goes around along with Klinger. Van Vliet now going to try and come down pit road again. Oh, big time mistake. Jamie Walker out front. Our pole sitter back in the driver's seat here. And the next closest driver to Jamie Walker, 5.19 seconds behind him, is the rookie, Sam Baumgarten. Josh Klinger in third, and a lot of these guys have yet to come down pit road. Jamie Walker came down on lap number 97 along with Sam Baumgarten and Josh Klinger, so those three might be okay to make it. We'll see.
It'll be close.
Is winning the stage worth it?
Yeah.
All right.
Every bonus point is worth it.
Fair enough. On board with Jamie Walker, and oh, the fuel savings have begun for the 88 team. Let's check out what Sam Baumgarten's doing. He's doing the opposite of what Walker is doing right now. And the thing about that is Walker is gaining distance away from Sam Baumgarten. So Walker right now in fuel conservation mode. Sam Baumgarten trying to catch him, but the gap increasing.
That's going to be huge. The big question is how much does Walker have to save to make it?
Well, that's it. I mean, there's a few other drivers that are kind of on the same strategy. So we're going to find out. But not for a little while yet, as second stage set to end at the end of lap number 144. So we still have about 15 laps to go, maybe 16. There's Walker out there for a typical Sunday night drive.
You know, it's great too because Walker's not pushing Collins at all. He's just hanging out there, hanging with Collins, saving as much as he possibly can. Sam Baumgart's still falling back a little bit, just over 6 seconds back from Walker.
Yeah, and then about a half a second behind him is Rick Thompson. Joshua Rutherford in the 55 putting on a challenge. You see the 6 back out there. So Derek Paulson was able to make it back out on track. That's a pretty quick engine swap. Josh Klinger runs in the 5th position. See Philip Van Vliet working underneath, and Van Vliet had come down pit road. He's being scored down a lap. Or 2. And back up front, Jamie Walker continues to lead the way, and he is saving fuel. The gap pretty consistent now, about 6 seconds. And as I say that, Rick Thompson going to go around the rookie as the rookie comes down pit road. He couldn't save enough fuel, and he gives up track position.
Now all the work belongs to Rick Thompson, Chris. See what he can do with it. Rick Thompson, last time down pit road, Rick Thompson has an extra lap. Jamie Walker came down lap 97. Rick Thompson, oh, he's coming down now. He was in lap 98.
Amanda Sherman just went down a lap for the 3rd time tonight, but she has received the lucky dog a couple of times. And right now she's set up to do it again, as long as she doesn't lose a spot to Randy McElroy. Amanda racing her heart out here tonight.
And look who's sitting in 4th place right now, Chris.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything. But if you are, I will. Terry Foster sits in the 4th place. He is on the same pit strategy right now as Jamie Walker. Last time both drivers were on pit road, lap number 97. Terry came down and got fuel only. It's working out for Walker. Will it work out for Terry Foster?
I mean, Walker's been really using up Brad Collins, Chris, to help him save that fuel. I'm looking, Terry Foster really has nobody around him that he could do that with. Rick Thompson just made a pass there. Not for position yet.
Well, let's see what Terry's doing as far as trying to save fuel. Not much.
He's eating taffy to make the car later.
I don't think that's how that works, but...
Oh.
I suppose it could be, but I don't think so. Back up with our race leader, Jamie Walker. You see him continuously following that 22, and part of that is just to keep in the draft, try and use as little fuel as possible. And the other part is he doesn't need to go any faster. Right now, the 2nd place runner, Joshua Rutherford, which is a great story unto itself, is 7 seconds behind our race leader. Also right now, 5 drivers being scored on the lead lap. Everybody else at least 1 lap down.
It's good to see David Seats out there, Chris. Last time he was down was on lap 99.
Jamie Walker is going to try and make a lot of drivers pay.
Yes.
Because if he can make it all the way, boy, oh boy, is there a lot of drivers that are going to be stuck at least a lap down. Wow. Derek Paulson out there trying to make every single lap count. You can tell it's getting close to the end of the season because really it's a little late to do it, but every single point counts. And that mentality has to go from race 1, lap 1 to the last race, last lap.
And look at that now, Chris. Only 4 drivers on the lead lap right now.
Yeah, Terry Foster, Josh Klinger bringing it down pit road. That leaves three drivers now on the lead lap.
And now pits are closed, so hopefully these guys saved enough to be out there. I mean, I'm not too worried about Josh Rutherford or Dave Seats, Chris. I mean, Rutherford came down in lap 98. Like I said, Dave Seats lap 99, so they have a little bit more fuel, I'm sure, than Walker, but we're about to find out if Walker saved enough, as he's still falling around Brad Collins, but right ahead Brad Collins is the 14 of Dave Seats. That's the guy who's sitting in 3rd place right now.
One more lap. We'll make it a half a lap to go for the 88. Jamie Walker, who is really going to try and change this entire race. And that is going to do it as he crosses the start-finish line. Jamie Walker, our stage 2 winner, as the caution lights come on. Walker wins stage number 2. And there are a lot of drivers out there that are thinking, what do I have to do now?
You got to drive around the leader twice.
Easier said than done. As we'll bring up Jamie Walker, our stage 2 winner. He's to the lower left-hand side of your screen. Congratulations goes out to him one more time for winning stage number 2. While everybody else could just sit there and watch.
Let me tell you, the way that Walker's acting right now, he needs to learn, to act like he's won before. And of course, I'm kidding.
All the excitement.
It's not, I don't know how he contains it, bro.
Me either, man. Me either. But that is going to do it for stage number 2. We're going to step away live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. When we come back, it's going to be a dash to 240.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
TRJKarting.com is your #1 online source for karting components, engines, and safety gear. They have a huge selection for the novice to the professional and a dedicated section for sim racers. No matter how you do it, your desire and passion to go fast fuels them. Their focus is to put their customers into victory lane. Make sure you check them out at TRJKarting.com and give them a like on Facebook.
And make sure you do give them a like on Facebook, TRJKarting.com. Speaking of, Ian Habiuk steps foot back out on track, missing the front clip of that car. We've got 6 drivers on the lead lap. Jamie Walker leads the way. Dave Seats to his outside. Joshua Rutherford inside, row number 2. Then it's going to be Mike Hamlin way back in the 4th spot. Dalton Kilroe in 5th, and Tanner Marr in 6th spot. Amanda Sherman being scored as the first car 1 lap down in 7th spot as we go back under the green flag live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
Jamie Walker wasting no time to hit that go pedal, Chris. Try to get away from David Seats as far as he can. Seats also gets a really good restart, but he's got to be careful because the 55 of Joshua Rutherford right on his tail right now. Jamie Walker opening up almost a 1-second lead from David Seats. David Seats has now the 53 of Sam Baumgarten trying to get around the leaders the old-fashioned way.
And he's got a little ways to go as he gets around the 14 on the inside. Through turn 3, now turn 4. Sam Baum goes by. Here comes the Butcher and the 42 of Kyle Wellman. So the driver out of Vermont still inside the top 10, having a fantastic race here tonight. Dave Seats running in the 2nd spot, and he has got all kinds of action happening around him. 3 wide here at Dover, the 24 and the 86. Make it happen. Yeehaw. Oh boy.
And the Taffy under attack now by Rick Thompson, the 76. Yeah, poor Dave Seats. Actually, Joshua Rutherford now gets around. Well, that's for position. That's for 2nd place, Chris.
Yeah, the 55 now runs in the 2nd spot. A great run here for Rutherford. His brother caught up in an earlier battle, having some issues, but the 55 of Joshua Rutherford doing great here tonight. Dave Seats back to the 3rd spot. Mike Hamlin in the 28. That new paint job looking great. And running in 4th spot. Tanner Marr behind him. Dalton Kilroe, last season's champion, the last driver on the lead lap. So the 88 looking to pick up where he left off last season. He's trying for another win this season. It would make number 3. Tonight's poll made 9 polls here for Walker. Not shy of qualifying is Jamie Walker, and very accustomed to running out front.
I mean, just like he is now, almost 6 seconds ahead of poor Josh Rutherford.
A lot of that was just a lot of the lap down cars not falling back. They just kept their spot on track. Trying to get around Walker, but good luck. Oh, goodness. Got one slow on the apron. Very slow. I believe it was James Miller. Came back out on track after a long hiatus. Now back on pit road.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The 09 sliding into his pit stall right now. Whoa, Brian Dees. I just heard Brian Dees out of fuel.
How does that happen?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. The 17 coming down.
All right, keep us posted on Brian Dees. The Soul Stealer is going to go from bad to worse for him. the rookie, Sam Baumgarten, gets around the 88. Baumgarten being scored in the 21st position. Still has some laps to make up. The one car slow on the top. That's Tom Orozco.
Well, the good news, Brian Dees made it to his pit box, but just barely. Of course, we know Brian Dees qualified up towards the front of the field here, so that pit road trip was mighty long.
Oh, Dees right now being scored in the 22nd spot. And his night just got really bad after making contact with those barrels the last time he tried to go down pit road. Somehow goes on and runs out of gas.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he didn't have it set, but right now the night for Brian D is not good. Down 5 laps. Make it possibly 6 here.
Baumgarten in front of our race leader trying to stay there. Came down, touched the apron, got a little bit loose, able to hold on to it. That's something we haven't talked a lot about here, but the apron here is vicious.
Yes.
Dave Seats, Mike Hamlin bringing it down pit road. Along with Dalton Kilroe. And that's going to bring us to 3 drivers on the lead lap. Jamie Walker, Joshua Rutherford, Tanner Marr, the 3 drivers that I'm talking about. Everybody else down at least 1. And the 88 on a mission here tonight. Ian Havia again out there, but very damaged, number 16, running the top side. The driver out of Vermont, Kyle Wellman, in the 42, in the top 5. He's running in 5th spot, right behind Taylor Butcher Benjamin, who's in 4th. So Wellman with the new paint job, looking strong out there. Another college student. We've got a couple of them here. I know Doc Butcher, Kyle Wellman, Ian Haviak, all 3 of those gentlemen going to school.
They technically go to school every day. Homeschool.
Yeah, that don't count.
You don't?
No, I'm talking about college, man.
Oh. You know, my kids don't. I don't know nothing about that. They ain't learned that stuff. But let me tell you, we mastered left to right, and 2 + 2 = 4. We're good.
All right, perfect. The rookie getting set to go down a lap again as the 88 takes it down to the inside. Jamie Walker going to try and make this entire field pay for coming down pit road a little bit earlier than he did, having to take fuel, and he was able to continue on. The only other driver on the lead lap right now, Joshua Rutherford in the 55. What a night for Walker. As Walker was battling with Sam Baumgarten, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, who is running in 3rd spot, a lap down, did close the gap on a race leader just a little bit. Let's go back to Amanda Sherman, who's having a battle with Seats right now. Seats takes it down to the inside. Sherman stays up high, just a little bit slower, and Dave Seats goes around her. Amanda right now being scored in the 10th spot. And here comes the 41 to do the same.
And look at the lead that Jamie Walker has on Rutherford right now.
9 seconds and growing. Walker, Joshua Rutherford, the only two drivers on the lead lap here at Dover. As Walker climbs through turns 3 and 4, getting ready to hit the front stretch. And complete lap 172. Now working lap 173, the 4 car. Trying to get on the inside. He goes on by. He's going to get a lap back. That's Tanner Marr. Tanner Marr on fresher tires than Jamie Walker. And you can see the difference between those new tires and those old tires.
Bad luck continues for the 17 of Brian Dees as he starts to head down on the apron. I think his car might be done for the night.
Oh, the 17 in rough shape. And yeah, I think you're right, Rick. The composure has kind of left the face of Brian Dees. Joshua Rutherford in the second spot. Kind of all by himself, some 10 seconds behind our race leader, Jamie Walker. In the second spot is Josh. This would be a great finish for him. He came in tonight 20th in points. 1 top 5, 2 top 10s on the season. And a second place finish would be awful nice for him here tonight.
That'll definitely help boost the morale and get that momentum rolling for the next 2 races to go. I mean, just because his 20th in points might move up 1 or 2, but still 2 races left to gain a win, Chris, to get locked in. That's just a good feeling to come in second.
Yeah, I'd take a second here. Cody Moore running in the 4th spot. Going around the rookie. Sam Baumgarten. Oh, a little sideways. Oh, Cody Moore has to gather it back up. Behind Cody, it's the 76. That's Rick Thompson. Thompson, one of the few drivers out there running in VR. And he's running so fast his camera went sideways again. Same thing as last week. We got Brian Dees in the infield care center. Brian, Chris, and Rick up in the booth. We have a copy.
I gotcha.
Well, bud, not the night that you were looking for here tonight. But
I wanted an interview with you guys tonight real bad. This is not what I had in mind, though.
This is not the way to do it. What was going on, bud? So we caught the fact that you ran into the barrels coming down pit road. Let's talk about that first.
Nah, nobody saw that.
No, we did. Yeah,
it didn't happen. I don't know what you mean.
I can actually bring it back up again if you want.
Yeah.
But it looked to me like tire lock up sent you sliding into them. What was the deal there?
Yeah, it was coming into pit road there as soon as I got on the apron. Got on the brakes, and I guess the right front or something locked up, and car just wouldn't turn and couldn't get it to turn to go into the pits. So instead, it just nosed right into the water jugs or whatever they are right there.
Well, they're the things that made the car go ouch. That's what they are.
They made it go very ouch.
So then after that, it was, boy, just a handful of laps, it felt like. Later, all of a sudden, Rick caught you calling in for fuel. What the heck was going on there?
Well, after, the pit debacle, a lot of people took wave arounds there. I was like 3 laps down, so I figured my only shot was probably take the wave around there, get back to 2 laps down, maybe catch a quick caution, somehow try to find a way to scratch and claw, get back on the lead lap. Then I noticed my car had other ideas. and decided to go bang on me. So
All right. Well, Rick has an idea of why this all happened, so we're gonna have to get you a second Soul Stealer shirt here tonight. We'll
Yeah, we
have
saw it. And I finally took it off to wash it, man.
I thought that was the problem. I switched back to the TRJ TRJ shirt. Thought maybe, hey, and I mean the way the race started, I thought it was working for me. The first stage was awesome. I was right up there in the second stage until you know, that unmentionable happened. But I think we're done talking about that.
So yeah, when you ran into the barrels, that was pretty much lights out for you, bud. But a fine season for you this year so far. I did talk about it at the top of the season. The first half of the season definitely much stronger than the second half of the season. What do you got to do to kind of turn it back around?
I kind of was thinking tonight would be the time to turn it around. I mean, I kind of have been running a bit of an off strategy in most of the races this season so far. Basically just trying to get stage wins instead of trying to get real good finishes. Just trying to stack up the playoff points. I know I think I'm in like 7th in the point standing. So, yeah, basically just trying to rack up the playoff points. So, got to stop doing that. Get back to normal strategy before the playoffs start. Try to find my rhythm here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're 7th coming into the night, so obviously you're going to take a little bit of a hit as Cody Moore, Rick Thompson just below you in the points, still out on track. But 3 top 5s, 9 top 10s, and again, most of that happened at the first half of the season. So definitely got to find something to get the Marvel Studio Chevy Camaro back on speed. Who do you got to thank on that number 17 here tonight, Brian?
Gotta thank TRJ Karting, title sponsor for the league. Everything Tim does for us. Michael Falk at MF Racing Designs for painting this badass Chevy Camaro here. Gotta thank Buck Kicker, and Mark Arthur, all the admins in the league for running it and everything they do.
All right, bud. Well, if you're done for the night, there's always the last half of the broadcast that you can feel free to watch live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network on YouTube. Good luck to you for the rest of the season, Brian.
Yeah, I got about 25 minutes of required remaining, so...
Yeah, might as well watch then.
Probably done. I'll sit back, maybe grab a beer or something.
There you go, brother. All right. That is the Soul Stealer, Brian Dees, driver of the number 17 Marvel Studios Chevy Camaro. And unfortunately for him, has to call it a night here tonight. Brian Dees, thank you very much for joining us from the TRJ Karting Infield Care Center. Live again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. While we were talking to him, Rick, not much has changed out there. Jamie Walker still leading the way. Joshua Rutherford still in 2nd spot. The Butcher bringing it down pit road. Here comes our race leader also bringing it down pit road. So let's see what's going to happen with Joshua Rutherford. Will he stay out to lead a lap? We're going to find out here in about a half a lap. Looks like we have a couple of cars maybe out of fuel.
Yeah, there's a couple real slow drivers there on pit road, Chris.
Josh does stay out to lead a lap. So Joshua Rutherford leading lap 193. Jamie Walker back out on track in the 2nd spot. We see him just ahead of our race leader, Josh Rutherford. Now it's just a matter of when does Rutherford have to come down pit road. Last time was lap 147. You see Terry Foster going around him. Terry, at one time, was inside of the top 5. Now he finds himself in the 19th spot, still up 12 positions from where he started here tonight. and just a few spots away from carrying the banner as Joshua Rutherford starts hitting the whoa pedal. He's coming down pit road. That'll give the lead back to the 88 of Jamie Walker. So Rutherford's going to have a quick trip on pit road to try and stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, Chris, because the 88 is just coming out of turn 4 now, heading down the front stretch. Josh Rutherford just barely made it to his pit stall. So
Terry Foster getting very racy out there with our race leader and actually goes around him. So the 86 right now on a bit of a mission. He is trying to catch Amanda. He wants the banner this week. And of course, if you don't know what we're talking about, make sure you check out the TNA, what is it called, Rick? The TNA Workshop?
TNA Motorsports Shop Talk.
Shop Talk, that's what I was going for.
Pretty much every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right over there on Facebook.
There you go.
I got your back, buddy.
I know you do. Make sure you check out all of our race sponsors here as well for the Blazing Pedals, TRJKarting.com. Of course, you can go to their website. They do have a dedicated section for sim racers. So if you're not driving the cart, no worries. Tim's got something for you. Make sure you check out MF Racing Designs, Michael Fogg, one of the best in the business as far as getting your car liveries set up for you and out on track. And of course, don't forget Butt Kicker. Head on over to Butt Kicker. Use code BLAZING to receive 20% off from your Butt Kicker.
That's a heck of a deal.
20%?
And you know, I've been
fifth of the price.
That's right. I've been throwing in another sponsor there, Chris. Of course, Savage Edge Graphics. You can find them on Facebook under Savage Edge Graphics or on the interwebs at savageedge.com. Get all your custom apparel needs taken care of. Uh-oh. Oh, Brian D is having a terrible night, Chris. You see that? He is now out of beer.
Again? Did he run out?
He let the smoke out of the car. He's run out of gas so far, and now he is out of beer.
Man, that is a tough night. 3 drivers on the lead lap, Rick. It's Jamie Walker, Dave Seats, Dalton Kilroy. All on the lead lap. Dave Seats, Dalton Kilroy just behind. Tanner Marr, Mike Hamlin. Yep, make that Tanner Marr, Taylor Butcher Benjamin round out the top 5 as the Butcher gets around Mike Hamlin. The Butcher very fast right now.
And only less than 39 laps left to go.
D's out in chat saying the same thing, man. Hey, it's a terrible night. Don't worry, Brian, I've got you covered, at least on one of those things.
Listen, if I were you, what I would do is I would go change out your shirt, maybe burn that one, send a picture to Tim, tell him you need a new one. Put on the Soul Stealer shirt again. Actually, Chris, you know what it is? It's not the shirt. It's because you caught him smiling.
Oh, that's right.
He was
smiling at practice.
That killed it all right there. See, he's doing it again. He's done. He's done for the season. The 17 is done for the season.
Well, the Butcher, very quick right now. So is Cody Moore. They just went around the race leader, got themselves on the lead line. So Cody Moore hanging the tongue out and wagging it. He is running in 4th on the lead lap, just ahead of our race leader. Tanner Marr, the car number 4, works his way to the inside of Derek Paulson. He's being followed by Josh Klinger. Klinger in the 20. Both of those cars may be slightly faster than the 88 right now, but they've got to catch him first, Rick.
They do.
Last time on pit road for Jamie Walker, it was fuel only. And most of the other drivers got tires. No more funny business. Oh, man. We can't broadcast anymore if there's no more funny business going on, Rick.
I know. I know.
I give up. I'll just shut my face. Klinger goes around, along with the 84 of Matt Hackathorn. So Josh Klinger puts himself back on the lead lap. Four drivers on the lead lap. Oh, the 28 very fast right now.
Very fast.
Look out. Here comes Mike Hamlin. Hamlin's still going to be down a couple after this pass. But every single lap counts. Take a look in on the Butcher. The Butcher following Kyle Wellman. Wellman running in the 6th spot. And the driver out of Vermont puts up no fight against the Butcher. Wellman down 2 laps. How about last season's champion? He's running in 7th spot here tonight. Usually when it comes to fuel mileage, nobody can beat him, but tonight, Dylan Kilroe just off a little bit. Last season's champion running in the 8th spot. Dave Seats goes around him. That was for position. And the birthday boy, Philip Van Vliet, still running inside of that top 10. He's running in 9th. A great race here for him tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Hackathorn in the 84 rounds out the top 10. Then it's Tanner Marr in the 4. Amanda Sherman in the 8, running in 12th spot and holding on to the banner right now. Mike Hamlin in that 28, running in 13th spot. Rick Thompson out of the RV in the 14th spot.
Oh.
Going around, oh my goodness, almost making contact with the 88. Rick Thompson wanted to make that pass, and wow. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Around he goes. Casey Campbell in the 73 machine. Running in the 16th spot. Brad Collins running in 17th. Ty Morosco running in 18th spot. Then it's the Terry Foster Taffy Mobile running in 19th. Randy McAvoy in the 60 run. It's running in 20th. Our leader, of course, Jamie Walker. Looks like Kyle Wellman maybe bringing it down pit road. As Wellman looking to try and make it to the end here.
And watching Rick Thompson do that, Chris, I almost had it down 911. I'm not even driving.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Yeah.
All right, Karen. 26 laps to go. Walker, Doc Butcher, Cody Moore, your top 3. Cody Moore really licking the competition here tonight, running in 3rd spot. Up 6 positions. Mike Hamlin trying to get by him, though. Kyle Wellman rejoining the track. So straightaways, the tongue goes straight up. Corners, it starts to turn just a little bit.
You know, it's funny that you say that, Chris, because I've been watching Cody Moore, and I'm like, that's almost like when I'm in VR, man, like, but with my mouth closed, and I'm turning, you know, when people, you see them, they lean into the corner of, you know, what they're looking at, and it's all good.
Casey Campbell bringing it down pit road. Meanwhile, Jamie Walker with 24 laps to go has his sight set on a race win. The 33, John Perkins, going around him. And Walker really doesn't have to do a thing here, Rick. Just got to keep going at the pace he's going at.
He's just got to make sure that he has enough fuel until the checkered flag drops right now.
The Butcher's almost 10 seconds behind him right now. Let's drop into the cockpit of the 88, and again, we see that fuel savings happening. Not quite to the level that we were seeing it before, but man, just like that, the 22, who Walker was using up at the end of stage number 2, is ahead of him again.
And you know, that's interesting, Chris, because this is exactly what we saw in stage 2. This happened with 22 laps left to go. I don't know. I think there's something going on between the 88 and the 22 right now.
I'd say that, except for the 22 is gone. Brad Collins a little bit faster than Walker right now. But Walker just saving fuel.
I'm having a feeling the 22 has a new set of tires there with a nice 15-second pit stop. So
yeah. 5 drivers on the lead lap. The last one is Joshua Rutherford in the 55. So the driver who was sitting in second spot not that long ago came down pit road, came out, had to battle his way back up into the 5th spot. He's up 16 spots to do it. A great run for the 55.
It's been a great race, Chris. It really has. A lot of different guys having a lot of different, something that they're not used to throughout the season. Or Brian Dees. Cody Moore up to 3rd place right now. The Butcher still hanging on to 2nd place. Just 9 seconds behind the leader, Jamie Walker. Josh Klinger having a good night, sitting in 4th, up 9 positions. Look at Joshua Rutherford still in 5th position, Chris, up 16 positions from the drop of the green flag.
Yeah, and we're on board right now with the Butcher. He is not saving fuel. He is cutting into the gap just a little bit, but not enough. With 18 laps to go, he'd have to find about another 10 miles an hour. As the 76, Rick Thompson goes on by. The gap right now to our race leader, 9 seconds. 3rd place runner, Cody Moore, about 4 seconds behind, 4.5 seconds behind the Butcher. Josh Klinger, who runs in 4th, about 7.6 seconds behind Cody Moore. Joshua Rutherford within striking distance of Josh Klinger. Joshua Rutherford only about 0.4 of a second away from Klinger, and that would be for 4th spot. Oh, Klinger with a big bleed. And as we go back to our race leader, 16, make it 15 laps to go. And Walker still saving fuel. As Josh Klinger bringing it down pit road. He wasn't going to be able to make it. So the 20 on pit road. See Kyle Wellman going around our race leader. He took it to the inside. And Jamie Walker is saving a lot of fuel right now. He must be extremely worried because he is clutching in very early. Philip Van Vliet, his birthday is tomorrow. Right now, running in the 8th spot. And he is right behind the race leader. Van Vliet, a Dolphins fan, apparently. he's looking to go underneath our race leader. Cody Moore having problems, Rick. Cody Moore sitting nosed in on the inside retaining wall. So Moore caught a little bit of air on that tongue and spun him around. Laps to go. Jamie Walker, our race leader, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Joshua Rutherford, the top three, only three drivers on the lead lap. The 9-second lead that Jamie Walker had down to 6 seconds as the Butcher trying to close in. And Philip Van Vliet going to have to bring it down pit road. Not going to be able to make it the whole distance. Van Vliet brings it on pit road. And Jamie Walker is absolutely saving as much fuel as possible. Last time on pit road, lap 192. And that should be scaring the bejesus out of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, who was on pit road last at lap 190. We go into the cockpit. Oh, the Butcher bringing it down pit road. He can't make it. And now it's up to Joshua Rutherford. Joshua Rutherford running in the second spot. He was last on pit road, lap 195. He's got 3 laps to the good over Jamie Walker, but is he saving fuel?
6 laps left to go, Chris. I mean, I think these drivers are putting it all out to them right now. They're just like, okay, we're just going to do what I got to do.
On board with Rutherford, and no fuel savings to be had here as you see the 10 coming back out onto the racing surface. A long way to go to get to that blue exit line off from pit road. Green flag. Oh, Rutherford is saving fuel. And he is saving a lot of fuel, my goodness.
Yeah. And of course, Dave Seats last time down on pit road, Chris, lap 202. So Seats most likely has plenty in that number 14 as he's sitting in 3rd place right now.
All right. Jamie Walker with 4 laps to go. Catching the back bumper of Amanda Sherman. Amanda in the 8 car, running in 14th spot right now. If the race were to end right now, boom, banner holder, Amanda Sherman. But we've got 3 laps to go.
I apologize, Terry. It's all Chris's fault.
I didn't do it.
It's time to switch back to the other car, buddy. I mean, you already have your throwback car.
Jamie Walker getting freight trained, but 2 laps to go was the signal from our flagman, Brad. Brad out there, popsicle sticks in hand. Jamie Walker has got a lap and a little to go. Big blink out of Jamie Walker. Final lap, white flag in the air for Jamie Walker, less than a mile to go. Did he save enough fuel? Jamie Walker.
He might be out, Chris.
Maybe out of fuel. And the gap is closing quickly. Joshua Rutherford trying to get there. He's 10 seconds in. It's closing. Will Jamie Walker be able to get there? Jamie Walker crossed the line out of gas. Joshua Rutherford 3.62 seconds away, trying to catch our race leader as he is out of gas. Dave Seats going to bring home third spot in the number 14. Oh my. Wow.
Wow.
And the 84 are going to pick up the 88 and get him back to pit road. Great job out of Matt Hankathorn. And great job from Jamie Walker, who ran it out of fuel to get the race win. Wow. Unbelievable finish here at Dover. What a great race, man. If you missed this one at all, you need to come back and watch it all. Well, donuts are not going to be a thing.
No.
So we're going to take a very quick intermission. When we come back, we're going to get our post-race interviews. We'll be right back here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
We're back live with our top 3 finishers ready to go, and finishing in our third spot here tonight, it's the driver of the number 14, Dave Seats. Dave, Chris and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Man, what a finish that you had here tonight. You were one of 3 drivers on the lead lap, and what a great job just to do that. But then to bring it home in third spot, Dave, take me through your race.
Just save in the beginning, just tried to keep the tires under the car, and then just tried to do a strategy, hoping we wouldn't get a caution there at the end, and it worked out. I'll take it.
Well, it certainly did work out for you tonight, as you came into the points tonight in 14th spot. Not going to get hurt at all by this race, as you should be able to get, you might be able to get a whole spot out of this one, maybe 2. My goodness, what a good race for you. Who do you have on the 14, bud, that you need to thank here tonight?
You guys up in the broadcast booth. We got, TRJ Karting and Mark Arthur for putting on the league. And then I got Full Send Graphics for doing the paint job for me. Bringing that autism awareness and St. Jude's awareness out to, put in a good show.
Man, what a good job you did tonight, bud. Congratulations once again on a 3rd place finish. The number 14, bringing home 3rd, it's Dave Seats. And Rick, I believe you caught up with our 2nd place runner here tonight, the 55 of Josh Rutherford.
I did, Joshua Rutherford. You got Rick Chris up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you.
Man, what a heck of a run for you tonight. You gained 19 positions since the drop of the green flag. The 55 looking pretty clean out there, man. Run us through your race a little bit.
I'm not exactly sure what happened still yet. I know in the middle of the 2nd stage, I took my tires during that caution to see if I could gain any more spots, and I was looking at my fuel versus everything else, and I'm like, okay, if I start clutching it now, I can make it. And I was completely out when the 2nd stage hit, and I'm like, okay, so that I can do about 45, 48 laps clutching the car the entire time, and I did that the entire last stage, and somehow pulled 2nd out of it.
Well, it definitely worked out for you. And like I said, you had, it was a good race for you there. You stayed out of a couple of accidents that happened, and you made the right moves, man. I mean, you did awesome. I'm looking here. Yeah, the last time you were on pit road there was on lap 195. Jamie Walker came in. So on lap 193. So you had a little bit more fuel than him, and almost caught him there when he ran out there. But congratulations.
I know. I wish there would have been one more lap, because I was still showing 4 laps left in my tank.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know who would have bought a couple of them gallons? That would have been Brian Dees. But listen, man, congratulations. Who do you got to thank on that 55?
First, I need to thank Corey for honestly the strategy. This was his idea, and I just executed it and pulled off amazingly. I also want to thank my dad and my brothers for supporting me doing all this. Tim, TRJ Karting, everyone at Turn 3, Mark and Jason up in the admin box watching over us, Butt Kicker, CJR Graphics. Check them out on Facebook and Trading Paints, and then Mullet Music Productions on YouTube and Facebook and Audius. I actually just released a new song about a month ago. Check that out on YouTube.
Fabulous. Excellent, man. Well, hey, listen, next week we head to Daytona. How you feeling about that?
I love plate racing.
All right. I think it's going to work out great for you, man. Well, listen, take this momentum and carry it on to next week. Congratulations once again.
Yeah, thank you.
And that is the driver of the number 55 stopping in for his second place finish. That leaves us with just one more driver to talk to. It's the driver of the number 88. He brought it across the line. Thanks for a little help from Matt Hackathorn. But our race winner here tonight is going to be the 88 of Jamie Walker. Jamie, Chris, and Rick up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you guys. Go ahead.
Well, buddy, it was a heck of a night here for you. You ended up with the race win, but unbelievably, you had no gas. When did you actually run out?
Coming around turn 2, ran out, coming down the backstretch. I just coasted all the way around, and luckily enough, I had a big enough lead. I thought he got me at the line, but that was the wrong car that passed me, so I got lucky.
I watched the gap go from 10, well, I think it was actually 12, down to 3.62 at the line. You know, if it had happened any sooner, you were definitely going to be wasting a hell of a night, and a hell of a night you had here tonight. Take me through the entire race because, man, you gave up the first stage, but ended up winning second stage, and of course the whole thing. But take me through the strategy of what got you there.
Yeah, the first initial run, I was kind of testing the water, see how good this car was, and it felt really, really good through the turns. I was able to hold the bottom a lot better than other guys could, so that was just a testing. And then I put myself back in traffic, and it got pretty tight back there. So I was like, okay, I need the lead back. So I went on with a little bit of different strategy. When those guys stayed out, I ended up hitting and stretched it to the end of that second stage there. And from there on, I was just stretching it the whole last 2 runs for that finish.
Well, you got yourself a young man there joining in on the chat. I love that. Don't worry about that one bit. But, man, Jamie, it was been a kind of a hellacious season for you. Half the season you were kind of fighting with computer problems. Tonight marks win number 3. Do you feel like the 88 is heading in the right direction, getting ready for that championship run?
Well, there's no better time than momentum. So I guess that's what you got to do, right? Get the bugs out of your system and start moving forward.
Well, amen to that, and definitely did that here tonight with pole number 9, race win number 3 here tonight. Who do you have on the 88 that you need to thank?
Of course, first and foremost, I got to thank you guys the most. I hear you guys are leaving us next season, and it's going to be sad to see you guys go. But I got to thank MF Racing Designs for coming on board, Blazing Pedals for putting this league on, TRJ Karting for sponsoring the league, and just everybody else involved. It's just been a blast this season.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, bud. Thank you very much for joining us here in the booth, and congratulations once again on another race win for the 88. Jamie Walker getting it done here tonight, along with Joshua Rutherford and Dave Seats, our top 3 finishers. And man, what a season this is winding up to be. Just 2 more races, Rick, in the regular season, and then we kick off into championship run. And Rick may have gone pee. So we're going to call it a night and tell you, everybody, have a great, safe week. We will catch you again next Sunday night live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.